All right, all right, all right. Hey, Colin, what did Joey Ramone say?
Joey Ramone said, "Hey, let's go."
Welcome, everybody. And we are so glad that you decided to join us for what will be at least an hour that you will never be able to get back. Hey, Colin, tell everyone who the guest is today on our show.
The special guest for today is us. Just you and me, baby, and our sweet Abigail.
Sweet Abigail, those of you watching on YouTube, is my dinosaur. My 5-pound dinosaur who lives in the garden. All right, so here's the thing. This is a first for Legends and Losers,
and it's
isn't
the
it?
first time I have my shirt.
And I'm wearing mine too. How corny is that?
I love it.
It really is kind of lame.
No, it's fucking awesome.
Well, the shirts are fucking awesome, but it's kind of lame that we're both wearing them.
Why is that lame?
Well, it's kind of the theme of this show, though, right? This is a first show because both of us are wearing the shirts. And this is our first show where our purpose and intention is to try to deliver pretty much nothing of value. So Colin and I are just hanging out, and we were having a great time, and so we thought we would invite you into the conversation. So what's the first thing on your mind there, Colin?
Okay, so the first thing I want to share with you is this hysterical video of a cross-country skier in the Olympics. This guy named Adrian Solano, and he's from Venezuela, and he's entered the Olympics as a cross-country skier. And I just want to show you this video because it's painfully funny.
Is this the worst skier ever?
Yeah, this is the worst skier ever. Okay, so here we go. You just have to watch this for a minute. And if you're not watching this, we will have the link for this video in the show notes, and so you can watch along.
But imagine what looks like a child learning to cross-country ski. Falling, sliding, invisible pain. Oh God, he's trying to get up a hill now. Yeah, does he go backwards? I haven't seen this before. I didn't even know Colin was going to do this. We're surprising each other with topics today. Oh, falling down. Oh no.
Okay,
no.
here it comes.
Now downhill skiing on cross-country skis. Oh shit. Squatting like he had to poop. Oh, now going backwards.
This is the best part. Wait, watch what happens.
Oh no. Other guys coming around him. He's in the track. Other guys are in the way. Oh, this could go horribly wrong.
Look, now his pole's broken.
Oh, he's got a broken pole. Is this the Olympics? What is this?
This is the Olympics.
What are you talking about? This looks like you and I trying to cross-country ski.
Okay, so here's what's so funny. This
How
guy
did
has
make it to the Olympics?
He's never seen snow.
And they just let him in the Olympics?
And they let him in the Olympics.
Well, that's kind of that's disrespectful to the Olympics.
It's a little bit of a mean trick.
I guess. Did this all start with the Jamaican bobsledding team?
Yes, exactly.
And so now, any warm country,
that's what's going on.
That's
here.
what's going on.
Yeah. So watch this part.
Like, don't you think that you have to have seen snow in order to compete in the Winter Olympics? Oh yeah, falling down, sliding, terrible.
Okay, now at first you might think, what a donkey.
Yeah.
For showing up at the Olympics if he's never seen snow before, right?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
What a loser.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right? That's what you would think.
Yeah.
But there's way more to the story.
I shouldn't think that?
You shouldn't think that.
So you're going to make me think something other than I'm thinking?
I'm going to share with you a legendary story.
Okay. Let's get the story behind this painful cross-country skiing.
So Adrian Solano is an aspiring Venezuelan man who picked up roller skiing only a year ago. He practiced in all of his free time in hopes of competing in cross-country skiing to represent Venezuela in the Olympics. Mind you, he's never seen snow. His plan was to spend time practicing in Sweden before heading to the event in Finland. But he was held up in Paris by officials who didn't believe his professional skier story. They questioned him and held him for 5 days.
What did they think he was? A spy or something?
I don't know, but they weren't buying his pro skier story.
I wasn't buying his pro skier story too after I saw that video.
So with 28 euros left and no way in, he decides to go back to Venezuela. Then the prime minister of Venezuela tweets about the incident. And Alexis
What is it with all these heads of states tweeting now?
I don't know, but let's not go there. And then Alexis Valvori, a sports and television personality in Finland, saw the story and decided to help. He set up a GoFundMe page and raised the goal of 4,000 euros to send Solano on the last flight out of Venezuela in order to make his first race, which we just saw.
Which was most excellent.
And so while he didn't finish his first race, his goal for his second and final race was to
not break his pole.
Was to simply finish, which he did. And while he came in last, it was all smiles. His next goal is to come back and represent Venezuela in the 2022 Winter Olympics. He said his favorite part, this is my favorite part, his favorite part was falling down because now he's more motivated to get up and keep achieving his goal.
Now, that's nice and everything, but I'm sorry.
Are you sorry?
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
That's
sorry. A legendary story.
I'm just not that kind of girl. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That is cute and nice and everything.
Yeah.
But that's nothing compared to Eddie the Eagle. Eddie the Eagle was the first legit guy to do this. You know that story, right? They made a movie out of Eddie the Eagle.
Please.
He was a British dude. Same story. British dude wants to be in the Olympics, goes to the Winter Olympics. Only Eddie goes into ski jumping. Yeah, Eddie the fucking Eagle. Never seen snow either. And he hurls himself off this stuff, and he comes in last and all this stuff. You got to see the movie, but it's
there's a movie called Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
He looks like a nerdy Evel Knievel.
Yeah, if I remember, he's kind of pudgy and, but the difference between Eddie the Eagle and this dude is Eddie is flinging himself off of essentially the top of buildings at very high speeds with no athletic ability.
He's got a legendary mustache.
Oh yeah, Eddie. It's kind of it's very bow chicka wow wow, isn't it? It sort of gives it a bit of that vibe.
Yeah.
But Eddie was risking life and limb. He was like Evel Knievel, comedic Evel Knievel. And this guy, he just risked humiliation and a broken pole.
Eddie the Eagle looks like a legendary character. Wow. Okay, so you do have something legendary you want to share with me? Because I got all kinds of other stuff I want to share with you.
Well, any way you want to go. I just want to say, hey, Hey,
I'm cooperating, man.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here.
Speaking of beverage,
yeah,
I needed some water.
So, how great is Bruce Buffer on Legends and Losers?
Well, what do you mean?
What part of what I said don't you get?
Well, who else knows about this?
Well, everybody, because we're using them on the show.
Well,
hey, let's see, Matt. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to hear Bruce Buffer say something about Legends and Losers. Go, Bruce.
Hello, my legendary friends. This is Bruce Buffer reminding you that you can't be a legend without being a loser.
Now, Colin.
Yeah, Bruce!
Come on! We got Bruce Buffer on Legends and Losers!
Yeah, Bruce Buffer!
That's crazy, right?
That's awesome.
Guess what we did? We just reached out on Bruce Buffer. I think it's brucebuffer.com.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And what we saw on there is find out what the packages are.
I thought it was only $100 for the.
Is it $100
for the standard game time or game fight time?
So
message.
you can get Bruce Buffer to do your fight intro for you. You just pay him some money, and he sends you a file with that, right? Isn't that it?
Yeah.
You got this. You got it up there, Colin?
Yeah.
Click
here to order your personalized championship intro. It's time.
He's excited. Yeah.
So here's your chance to get your very own personalized championship introduction, just like the pro fighters, by the one and only Bruce Buffer.
Oh yeah. For those of you who don't know, the few of you who aren't UFC fans, Bruce Buffer is the UFC ring, or what we call octagon, announcer, and he's I don't know if he's not the greatest guy in history to do that. He's certainly given his brother, the boxing guy, a run for his money. But we love him. We're huge fans. So we see this, right? These packages.
Yes, we see these packages, and we decide that we're going to ask Bruce to make a modified, custom version audio track for us.
Yeah, we wanted him to see if he'd play along, and he sure did. So we hope you've been enjoying Bruce Buffer on Legends and Losers, because you're going to hear him.
Hey, did you know that you can do video too? So if we really like this and we want to move forward a little bit further, we can have him do
a video intro or something, a video shout out. Yeah, Bruce Buffer on Legends and Losers. Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce. We love you, baby.
Now, here's another thing that's been on my mind. Our friend David Elliott, a little while ago, sent us a note on Facebook, and he said, what is the official plural of cul-de-sac?
Cul-de-sac?
Yeah, it could be cul-de-sac, or it could be cul-de-sacs.
Cul-de-sacs.
Yeah.
I would say if I were just going to say it, I would just say cul-de-sacs. I wouldn't say cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac?
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah. So you wouldn't say you could have multiple cul-de-sacs?
I think that's the correct terminology.
I think you always have to be careful with your cul-de-sac.
I think you have to be careful with your hot sack. It should never be cold.
What is that? Oh yeah, you'd never want your your sack to be cold. That's it.
Correct.
Gotcha. Now, have you heard about this Brazilian city that uses tilapia fish skin to treat burn victims?
No, but that sounds incredible.
Right? Isn't that the craziest thing you ever heard? Here, let me get this. Yeah, so this was on this PBS NewsHour, and apparently they're doing some real news. This is from a
real news.
Real news, eh?
Oh, that's a first.
So this is from Fortaleza, Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
And in this historic city by the sea in northeast Brazil, burn patients look as if they've emerged from the waves. They are covered in fish skin, specifically strips of sterilized tilapia. Doctors here are testing the skin of the popular fish as a bandage for second and third degree burns. The innovation, Colin. See, not all innovations come from Silicon Valley. Sometimes they come from tilapia. Arose. See, look, this is category design. Quote, the innovation arose from an unmet need. Translation, problems create new categories. Okay.
Even Abigail's fired up about that.
She's very fired up. Aren't you, my love? Okay, so animal skin has long been used in the treatment of burns in developed countries, but Brazil lacks the human skin, pig skin, and artificial alternatives that are widely available in the U.S. Who knew? So yeah, this is what they do, and I guess they don't have to change it as often. So like the changing of the bandages.
Oh, that's got to be the worst part for a burn victim, right?
Right. They say the gauze and cream dressing must be changed every day. A painful process. Yeah, no shit.
But
Anybody.
But with tilapia,
tilapia. Let's see. It says the sterilized tilapia skin goes on and stays on. We got a surprise when we saw the amount of collagen proteins types 1 and 3.
Wow.
See, if you just have type 3.
Not so
much. You can eat 1 and 3. I don't know where the fuck 2 went, but anyway, which are very important among scarring, exists in large quantity in tilapia skin, even more than in human skin. Another factor we discovered is blah, blah, blah. And so they must be changed a few times over several weeks.
Wow.
So, and it says the treatment cuts down healing time by up to several days and reduces the pain of medication. So there you go. Tilapia for burn victims. What do you got next?
Who do you got? Okay, well, I will see your tilapia with burn victims.
And raise you.
And I will raise you a kindergarten in an old folks home.
Oh, yeah. What's that about?
So in Seattle, there's a home for the elderly. It's called Providence Seattle's Providence St. Vincent is not your average home for the elderly. And what they've done is they've put 125 children under the age
Did they
of...
name it after you? Is St. Vincent? You
they-
were involved.
then-
When did you become a saint? You do sort of look in the studio. Yeah, you look very
I'm
right
feeling
now.
very pious this morning. in the
Oh,
light.
yeah,
Look at this
very.
light.
You're very pietastic. Those of you who are not watching on YouTube, the new Legends and Losers studio, when the light's coming in, you can see Colin. He looks like the angelic, handsome devil that he is.
I look like I'm standing in a church. I really feel like it, the way this light's coming in.
Oh.
So the studies show interaction between generations can slow mental decline in older people. And so they've brought
I thought young children
yes.
made old people crazy. I thought they drove them crazy.
Well, maybe at a certain point, the situation is reversed, and not so much.
No, it's absolute genius. They put a daycare center in an old folks home, and tell us what they're saying is going on. Like people are pretty fired up, I bet.
Well, yeah. What I love about the story is that I'm watching this video and the smiles on the seniors are so heartwarming. You can see the kind of joy and youthful energy that these children are imparting on these older people who otherwise would be sitting around sort of not doing anything.
It's absolute genius. All right, I will raise you, old people and very young people, one llama drama. This is from foxnews.com. I'm not making this up.
Is this chicken drama or
No,
T-Rex drama?
No. I'm not going to
Llama drama? Are you throwing the llamas under the bus here? Is that what's going on?
Don't be coming to me with your baby llama drama. All right, here's the headline.
Did you just get pecked?
Yeah, you know what she's doing.
Look at her.
She's pecking
She wants
She's pecking my earbud.
She's like, hey, it's my turn.
Yeah, for those of you who can't see, I'm holding Abigail, the tiny dinosaur, up very near
tiny.
the tiny, yeah, up very near me, and she seems to be fascinated.
She wants to kiss.
What do you want to do? You don't want to bite. You don't want to bite
She's
me,
gonna
do
peck
you?
your nose.
They don't really bite at all. But
Oh, she's getting vocal now.
say something.
She
Abby.
wants in on the conversation.
What is it, Abby? You say something? She's
now
not
getting shy.
Yeah, she's not that. Okay, so here's the actual. She's sorry.
She wants to have a private conversation.
Do you want? You don't want to? Oh, there it is. She's burrowing into my face. Okay, chill your nuts.
Moving on.
Now, quote: llamas on the loose taken into custody in Minnesota. This is foxnews.com. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. Llamas on the loose. That was the call for an Eagan, Minnesota police officer Wednesday morning after a pair of llamas escaped their pen. The runaway llamas were spotted running loose, which is normally what runaway llamas do. They run loose, Colin. Just a little.
The runaway llama.
This is
the fugitive llamas.
This is on a legit news site. The runaway llamas were spotted running loose around 7:30 a.m. They were eventually corralled in someone's front yard and
tasered
and tasered repeatedly until they admitted to being bad hombres. No, it says dash cam video, which is here, showed the somewhat chaotic chase.
Somewhat chaotic chase
through an Eagan neighborhood using llama treats. The animals. Everybody likes a Scooby snack, right? Right? They use this.
Treats.
This is a direct quote off foxnews.com. Using llama treats, the animals were wrangled in by their owners. Nobody was hurt, including the llamas. And that's your llama drama update from Legends and Losers Llama News.
Okay, well, I will see you llama drama and raise you a 3D printed house in just 24 hours.
Wow.
For just over $10,000.
Is this your new place?
Yeah, it's my new place, dude. So check this thing out. I'm going to show you a little bit of video on this one because this is pretty awesome. So, wait, what? Let me get some kind of error now. Where's my love? Where's my video?
Oh, you're getting there.
No.
I'll raise your non-existent bullshit story.
Fuck. They took the video out all of a sudden? I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway, so no, here it is. Here it is. Okay.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Here it comes.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So look. This house was printed in a day. Watch this.
It only cost 10 grand.
Watch how cool this is.
The house is now being constructed. I forgot I had to do the play-by-play.
Yeah, you have to do the play-by-play.
The cement is being poured by, I don't know what kind of, I mean, what kind of fucking printer? So
It's like a concrete printer.
All right, and it's building the house with a mobile printer. It's the first in the world. And it's twisting and turning and looks, yeah, I mean, in the parlance of our tongue, there's fire going. The company says the house can last 175 years. Yeah, but who's going to be around to tell them they're lying? And here comes the sand. This house is being built by, I don't know that I'd call this a fucking printer. This is not, doesn't look like my HP printer here, Colin.
Yeah, but it's a concrete life-size printer. It can print concrete instead of plastic.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's doing. Now guys are painting it. And
got 4 rooms.
Oh, Abigail's excited by it, I think.
Okay, so that's,
and there you go.
So how awesome is that? You can digitally print a house in one day for just over $10,000.
Wow,
that's impressive.
That might mean a lot of things to a lot of people. Actually, think about what that means. The cost of housing could plummet, and being a builder might not be the best job to have in the world anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? What do you got now?
Okay, I will raise you the printed house.
No, you will see my printed house.
I will see your printed house, and I will raise you with the following headline. You ready?
Yeah, bring it.
Hold on, let me grab the story so that I've got it.
The story.
Sorry. Okay, so this is on dig.com. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. And the headline says, "What would happen if you just stopped wiping your butt?"
That's a horrible idea.
It's not a comforting feeling, but we've all been there, staring down at some threatened one-ply or half-naked toilet paper roll with no replacement in sight. What if this just once we didn't wipe? This is a story.
On what website?
This is on dig.com, and they're going to quote some doctor here.
Where was it dug from?
I don't fucking know. It was written by Steve Russo, and it was published on March 2nd, 2017. And they interviewed Dr. Austin Chiang, I think maybe is how you say, I'm assuming his name, a clinical and research fellow at the gastroenterology division of Boston's Brigham, for fuck's sake, and Women's Hospital. I think that hospital needs a longer name.
Can you give it a shot so we know what we're trying to get for?
Yeah, no, I just did. That's all I'm going to do on that. But here's the quote from the doctor. "I think that the major concern is irritation at the site." That's the major concern, Colin. And then he says, quote, "If you can imagine your butt is caked in doo-doo, that's going to cause irritation over time if not dealt with." They're quoting a doctor here about this. Yes. He says that not wiping will result in an accumulation of feces around the anus. This is what this article says.
But isn't that kind of a foregone conclusion?
Well, I think so. Here's the only thing I could tell. This article was written for one reason and one reason only. Now, I'm not a dad, but I got lots of kids in my life, as you do yours. And you know what it's like trying to argue with like a 3 or a 4-year-old about wiping.
Yeah, sure.
And invariably they say, "Hey, fuck you. I don't want to wipe. I'm not wiping." And I have heard more than one mother, and I have said more than once, "Well, then go ahead. Don't wipe your ass and see what happens." So I'm guessing somebody wrote this article to have a scientific argument with their 4-year-old. That's the only way this makes any sense to me.
Oh my God. All right, well.
Now what?
I have something really exciting I want to share with you. So I just saw this video about how bees, this is the first example of insects learning from one another, or insects learning. So they've got a video of a fake bee showing a real bee how to move a little ball to get a reward. And then once the real bee learns, it shows another real bee how to move the ball to get a reward.
Wow. So, hey, there's a theme. They caught the llamas. They caught the llamas with the Scooby snacks.
The llama drama?
The llamas who were causing the drama. I got a dinosaur who's getting a little twitchy. The llamas, the llamas with the treats, and now you can train bees with treats. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Watch this. Watch how cool this is. So there's the fake bee showing the real bee how to move the little ball into the center of the circle, and then the administrator of the test drops in with a little dropper, a little treat for the bee. It's probably sugar water. And then the real bee shows another real bee how to do the same thing. And this is the first example of insects learning.
Well, no. This is the first example of us figuring out that they could learn. They'd probably be learning for a long fucking time. We're so stupid. It took us till now to figure it out.
We're the ones that are learning. Isn't that cool?
It is cool. Okay, so
now you know how smart bees are. I mean, they fly miles and miles and miles away to retrieve food and bring it back to the hive.
Yeah. I'm with you. Now I'm going to see your bees, and I'm going to raise you some trees.
Okay.
So this
was that on purpose? Did you have that lined up?
No, I didn't know you were going to talk about bees. I had the trees already lined up because
I got trees lined up after your trees.
Oh, let's see if you and I found the same tree shit. So
I don't think this is the same tree shit.
My father, Bruce, he's always on the prowl for interesting tidbits, interesting facts of all origins, and he's always
trivia
sending me things he discovers, because he's
does he ever stop the conversation to ask you if you want to learn about some trivia? because I'm on a trip with my brother and sister one time, and we're driving down the highway in Wyoming, and we're listening to music, and it's awesome, and I'm just like, I'm daydreaming, and the music's rocking, and out of nowhere my brother leans over, turns the volume all the way down to 1, and goes, "Hey, you guys want to hear some interesting trivia?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to hear."
How random was that, though?
The most random of randoms. I was like, "No, what? No, I don't want to hear any trivia. Turn the music back up and shut up." And I still bust his balls. I still ask him sometimes if he wants to hear about some trivia.
Excellent. And there will be many more zebras along the way, I think. So, want to hear some trivia about some trees? I don't know how those things were connected.
Because you're about to tell me about some trivia, basically. So I wanted to tell you a story about some trivia.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you. Abigail loves it.
I'm just trying to take it one step further.
All right. So here we go. This takes it a step further. So this is from my dad, Bruce. Quote, "Trees are intelligent beings which communicate with each other, expert claims." End quote. This is from Yahoo News UK. All right. So this says, most of us think of trees as objects, but we're getting it wrong, according to a forester who claims that not only are trees intelligent, but they also communicate. In an interview with the Yale School of Forestry and Environmental Studies, probably a smart place, I'm going to guess.
Probably pretty legit.
Yeah. Peter Woolenben, I think I'm saying that, maybe that right, close, says trees exchange information. Mother trees suckle their children.
What?
I'm telling you what the dude says, man. Woolenben manages a forest in Germany. A lot of the stuff coming out of Germany lately. Without using heavy machinery or insecticide, and using horses to haul out dead wood. He says, quote, "We know that trees also exchange information. When one tree is attacked by insects, we can measure electrical signals."
No way.
"That pass through the bark and into the roots. And from there, into fungi networks. They have the Internet of Things. It's the Internet of Fungi. Or the fungi of things. The fungi of into, this is the quote, man, from there into a fungi networks in the soil that alert nearby trees of danger. The trees pay for this service by supplying the fungi with sugars through photosynthesis. Okay, it keeps going.
They pay for the service.
Yeah, well, hey, it's someone's going to deliver your packets,
sure,
right? I wonder if they're dealing with net neutrality down there. Right? Do certain trees, do redwoods beat up and say, hey, fuck you, we're redwoods, so we get fuck net neutrality, we get better access to the fungi network?
I would hope that things are a little more kumbaya downstairs.
I don't know. We have to watch the underground CNN or CNBC or something. So Woolenben has turned his forest from a loss-making operation into a profitable one and claims that trees make decisions and live in families. Mother trees feed the young tree just enough sugars produced by its own photosynthesis to keep it from dying. Trees in a forest of the same species are connected by the roots which grow together like a network. Their root tips have slightly sensitive brain-like structures that can distinguish whether the root it encounters in the soil is its own root, the root of another species, or the root of its own species. Wow. This is what this guy's saying, and he goes on. He claims that trees can even learn and remember experiences, even in a primitive way, make decisions. We had a heavy drought here. In subsequent years, the trees that had suffered through the drought consumed less water in the spring, so they had more available for summer months. Trees make decisions. They can decide things.
Wow. That's amazing.
So,
are they deciders?
I think they might be the decider. I don't know. I think people are probably deciding to turn this podcast off. Probably decided that quite some time ago.
Well, I'm going to see your trees, and I'm going to raise you some legal hemp.
All right, so legal hemp.
The Washington House votes 98-0 to fully legalize hemp, no license required. So now industrial hemp is no longer considered a controlled substance.
Now, there's no connection between hemp and pot, really.
No, this is hemp. This is for rope-like products, paper.
Rope-like products.
Yeah, so hemp can be made into rope. Hemp can be made into the strongest rope in the world.
Well, I thought for years they made sails and rope and things alike for ships and so forth out of hemp.
Yeah, they make all kinds of stuff out of hemp.
And if I'm not mistaken, if I remember my hemp history.
Your hemp.
Now, kids, we're going to have a hemp-isode, a little bit of hemp history. If I remember my hemp history in the early days of the Excited States of America, there was lots of hemp growing because of exactly that reason.
Well, it's easy to grow. It's very strong, and it grows quickly.
And I heard that there are parts of the country where you're actually legally required to grow hemp to supply the government with resources.
I believe that was the case.
But
anyway, it's interesting, isn't it?
It's very interesting. You know what else is interesting?
What do you got for me? I got a really funny one for you here.
Well, it appears that we still are recording, but my screen is completely fucking frozen.
Okay, well, we're still recording because I can see it on mine.
Excellent.
So we're good.
All right, well then let's just keep going.
So are you out of material since your screen is black?
Well, I can still see it, but I can't really read it.
Well, why? What if you
I don't know. It's all
you wake it up?
It's possessed.
Just touch the mouse?
Could it be Satan? Yeah, it's all now that here, folks, you're going to now have a window into Colin's life with Christopher. This happens on a very regular basis. Weird shit goes on with my computer, and he has to fix it. I don't know. It just did this.
See it here?
Yeah. He's clicking something. He's making Abigail very exciting. Oh, and he appears to have fixed it. God only knows what happened there, but he fixed it. This happens. How many times a day does this happen, Colin?
At least 3.
Yeah, at least 3. Yeah.
Okay, so do you have your material back up here?
Yeah, no, I have
for another share, because I can't wait to share this one with you.
Okay, so I got one you're gonna like here. Oh, she's getting twitchy.
Oh boy.
Dinosaur jumping. All right, so let me grab this one. This is a scientific update that is quite fascinating. If I can get it to fucking come back up. I don't know if you guys can hear Abigail growling, but
I'm sure they can.
It's I don't know. It's pretty funny. Okay, so Harvard scientists, Colin, recently shocked the world because what they did was they turned hydrogen into a metal, which apparently you can't do. So there was a very exciting scientific breakthrough. Let me read this story for you. This is from Quartz Media. So the headline says, Harvard scientists shocked the world by turning hydrogen into a metal, but then lost the only sample.
That sounds like some of the Russian incident, that's a detail happening.
Back in January, Harvard physicists Isaac Silvera and Naranga Diaz published a paper, paywall, oh, there's a paywall there, okay, in which they said they had solved an 80-year problem. They had found a way to take hydrogen, a chemical that is normally a gas, and turn it into a reflective, possibly superconducting metal. Shazam. It's not easy to manipulate chemicals to change their physical state, apparently. And in this case, Silvera and Diaz had to squash a tiny sample of nearly frozen hydrogen between synthetic diamonds that had been treated with sapphires to make them impermeable to blah, blah, blah. They had to do a bunch of stuff.
Before Abigail so rudely interrupted us.
You know, the funny part of this is, as the very last paragraph says, as Gizmodo points out, it's impossible to say whether the metallic hydrogen was lost or never existed to begin with. Maybe they were just lying bastards. But the fact that the only known sample has gone missing, compounded by earlier doubts that metallic hydrogen is attainable, suggests maybe this physics milestone hasn't been reached yet. Or maybe the sample is with
Putin.
Well, was it Putin? It could be that the same guy that stole Brady's jersey stole the sample.
I wonder where that is.
Right? How come that hasn't been found yet? Where do these, you know what? You know where I think it is? You know how my wife gets up in the middle of the night every night and hides all my shit?
Yeah.
She hid Brady's jersey. His wife, he's probably got the same kind of wife I do. She hides shit.
Or it's the Russian ambassador.
How do you like that guy?
He's something else, huh?
Yeah, he's
up to all kinds of goodness.
He's a steezy dude.
He's a steezy penguin, isn't he? Speaking of steezy penguins, I got one for you. I'm going to see your non-existent metal, and I'm going to raise you by a meth lab explosion due to a man lighting his farts on fire. So
what?
A 37-year-old man is dead after his trailer home was destroyed in a meth lab explosion, caused by him lighting up Blue Angels to amuse his wife.
What is a technical definition of a Blue Angel?
I suppose it's just a funny way of describing lighting your farts on fire. The funny part is the man's wife was found lying naked on the couple's front yard, reportedly still laughing. A Blue Angel is when you put
Why was she naked?
Because that's what you do when you're in a meth lab.
When you're working in a meth lab, it's better to be naked.
A Blue Angel is when you put a lighter to your butt and fart on it, making it catch on fire. It's as funny as shit. Explains a man's wife who claims to be an expert on the subject. Normally we go to Del Taco because of their 59-cent tacos, but we made some extra cash this week, so we went to Chipotle. The farts you get from there can fill this gas chamber. I know you're looking up from hell laughing. I know he's looking up from hell laughing his ass off, saying it was worth it. She's still smiling through blackened teeth, which apparently are not caused by the fire. She's going to sue Chipotle for failing to address their peppers cause a higher rate of methane in human farts. She offered a statement, "I'm not mad about my husband dying. I'm mad because I just got my eyebrows did. Now they're gone."
I just got my eyebrows did? Oh, now that's what you're looking for in a woman. Yeah. All right, I will raise you, or I will see. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna stop that. I will see your fart done.
Get it straight, lochhead.
Lab Darwin Award winner, and raise you one. Sex doll brothel opens in Barcelona.
Hey, there's a business opportunity.
Industry edges closer to realistic robotic sex partners.
Hey, that's category design right there.
Yeah, sure is. I am not making this up. This is on the HuffingtonPost.com. In the first known brothel of its kind, a Barcelona establishment, Colin, is offering erotic sessions with sex dolls only. Clients of the, in quotes, agency will have to pony up $127 an hour, probably not going to need an hour, for a sex session with one of our 4, this is what it says in Huffington Post, big-breasted Lumi, L-U-M-I dolls. And then they go on to describe the dolls. And then they say, why sex with dolls? Why sex with dolls, Colin? Well, for one thing,
I can't wait to hear the answer.
The silicone dolls are expensive to own, costing at least $5,500. So they're cheaper to rent, like, a lot of things. Not to mention embarrassing to have around the house. In addition, having sex with a doll is not technically cheating on a spouse. I've not spoken to my spouse about this, my spouse about this, yeah. So I'm going to have to talk to her. These are totally realistic dolls in both their movements and feel, and will allow you to fulfill all your fantasies without limits, promises the website. So there you go. Barcelona, here we come.
That's a very interesting business. I had no idea they made dolls that expensive. I thought they were like the ones you blow up like that, and they're they pop, and then, let's say you take them to like it's a joke sort of thing, right?
Yeah, the last one I remember purchasing was for a nephew of mine turning 16.
There you go. Exactly, it's a prank gift.
Yeah, no, but they have these real dolls now.
$5,000 doll.
$5,000.
That's.
I
wonder what kind of action you get for $5,000.
I don't know. We should probably stop talking about this.
I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of robot. Well, I can't top that.
Okay,
I don't know where to go from there.
I got one more that's kind of in a very similar vein. Let me pull this up because I think getting the actual story here is what we want. So this is on cnet.com, folks.
Okay.
All the talk about the Internet of Things, IoT.
Yes, the fungi network.
Yeah. Is that what we're calling it?
Sure.
What is going on here? Okay. So
are we going to talk about what I think you're going to talk about?
The Fitbit for your dick?
You just blew it.
So apparently there's a company that is that's selling what they call, quote, the world's first smart condom.
The Fitbit for your man bits.
Yeah, that's what the headline says here on cnet.com. I am not making this up. The headline says, sex wearable is coming to track your performance and judge you. And then the subhead says, it's basically a Fitbit for your man bits.
And now they're going to announce a partnership with the brothel.
And then they're going to announce a three-way with FanDuel, and people will be able to bet real time on how long guys can last with the doll.
And then they'll throw it up on. They'll make a XXX version of Twitch, and everybody will be able to watch.
Oh God, I'm not even sure I can fathom what that means in my head.
Horrible things.
Horrible. So, but that's a real story. The company's called CON.smart condom.
Wow.
And they're going to be selling these things for about $74 a throw here.
No pun intended.
Now, I don't know, are they reusable or do you need?
I imagine they would be. It doesn't sound like it's a disposable sort of item.
Yeah, I would. I mean, it's $74. And here's what it says. According to the pre-order page, the ring, because I guess it's a ring that goes, at the base of your hoodoo.
Sure.
It says, will answer such questions.
What does it have? Can you talk to it like Siri?
Siri. What? I wonder what its name is. What's the Amazon thing?
Alexa.
Alexa. Yeah. So, what do you think this thing's name would be if you could talk to it? It would have to be Richard, wouldn't it? Richard, get ready for action.
It lights up. All the lights go around in a circle, letting you know it's ready.
Some of those drone lights, those drone lights. Yeah. So this is.
You come in the dark, you look like a UFO.
Oh God! And it tracks your thrust velocity. How fast are my thrust? No, excuse me. It answers such questions as, who's been having these questions? How many calories did that sesh just burn?
Oh, that's awesome! I love it.
CNET.com.
That's great.
How many times did I just have sex? What's the average skin temperature of my?
Of my Richard?
Yeah. And this is unseated. How many different positions did I conquer?
Wow, this is fantastic. I love it. It's like a high-tech sex version game of Twister.
Yeah, with a leaderboard, for fuck's sakes. That publishes it on the internet. Now here's what I want to know. What happens though when there's like a big Amazon S3, goes down and this thing is on?
Bad things happen. What if it explodes?
On the Legends and Losers episode with Mike Maples, he was talking about his Tesla and how the door just randomly opened down the highway.
What if it just constricted all of a sudden?
A Tesla's kind of like an iPhone with wheels, right? Yeah. And so this thing was like how often does your computer hang?
Yeah, you don't. Well, but nothing happens with a Fitbit, right? Like if your Fitbit crashes, like it doesn't hurt your wrist. I don't think this thing is going to hurt your dick.
Well, it must be able to expand and contract.
Let's hope that that's not mechanically controlled.
So what happens if it contracts horribly at the wrong time?
Then you're in deep shit.
I've decided I don't want one of these things, man. All right. Oh, this has gone horrible.
Well, I can't top that one either.
All right. Well, that's it, folks.
I think it's time to wrap.
This is an hour or so of your life you're never going to get back. We want to thank you for checking out Legends and Losers. Please subscribe on iTunes. Give us a legendary review. Find us on Facebook.com/groups/Legends and Losers. Twitter @LegendsLosers. And you can email us blackhole, BLACKHOLE @legendsandlosers.com. And we'd like to say a quick shout out to my dad, Bruce, my mom, Jackie, and to Colin's mom,
Peggy Vincent,
and Colin's dad,
Roger Vincent.
And we really want to say hello to Bruce Buffer. How great is it having Bruce Buffer on Legends and Losers?
Yeah, Bruce, thank you so much. You're awesome. We love you, baby.
We'd like to thank Equity Directory, the invite-only network of entrepreneurs and startup talent exchanging work for equity.
Yeah. Keep going. I don't have the show notes.
Harper Collins, Play Bigger, How Pirates, Dreamers, and Innovators Create and Dominate Markets. OneLifeFullyLived.org. Dream it, plan it, live it. Paradigm Sport in beautiful Santa Cruz, California. Train like it matters. PursuingResults.com, the producers of legendary podcasts. The Horn Group, legendary PR and communications in Silicon Valley and New York City. And the Business Leadership Series podcast with Derek Champagne. And we'd like to remind you that today's information is provided to you solely for informational purposes. This oddcast is the sole property of the Legends and Losers Oddcast Network. This is an alternative oddcast. Never go jogging around a prison. Watch The Big Lebowski Man. Adam West is the real Batman. Support your local category designer. Objects in the mirror are probably behind you. This podcast really does tie the room together. And we have to apologize to SAP CEO Bill McDermott. Sorry, Bill, we just ran out of time for you. That's it. Be legendary, everybody.
Bye, everyone.